ghouls, goblins, and ghosts from all over the underworld. Welcome back to Hell's Gates of Paradolia. James here again, and we got us an archetype archive to go over. But first, with this hand, literally unplayable from the start with the exception of Prosperity. E-Telly. Nyan Nyan, sure thing. Special Wheel Letter. Goblin Bikers. So let's see what's up about the goblins specifically. So when it comes to Goblin Biker cards, we are going to go over the whole entire Goblin Biker franchise. So you have 4 main deck Goblin Biker monsters, 3 Goblin XZs, 2 Goblin Biker spells, and 2 Goblin Biker traps. We're going to start backwards, and then we will work our way up. Goblin Biker Grand Pileup. Each effect once. Target 1 XZ you control. Special 1 Goblin XZ from your extra deck. Okay, so basically, like one of those XZ change-ups into a Goblin XZ. And then you can banish this. Target 1 Goblin XZ monster you control and 1 card in either graveyard plus 1 material. Nice. Goblin Biker Grand Stampede. Continuous trap. 1 effect per turn and only once that turn. So 1 effect or the other, can't do both. You either, during the main phase, you can, immediately after this effect resolves, put up an XZ summon of 1 XZ monster using only Goblin monsters you control. So basically, this is the Wonder XZ of Goblin Bikers. If you control a Goblin XZ monster, you can target 1 effect monster anywhere on the field, detach 1 on either field, and if you do, negate that monster's effects until the end of this turn. Crazy card. Goblin Biker Grand Bash. Continuous spell. And then each of the following effects once. During your main phase, you can normal summon 1 Goblin monster in addition to your normal summon set. So the double summon is a once per turn. And then you can target 2 Goblin monsters you control, then activate 1 of those effects. Make the level of 1 of the monsters become the current level of the other. Otherwise, both of their levels become their combined original levels. And that level modulation is once. Also, while Grand Bash is face up, Goblin monsters you control gain 300 attack for each Goblin monster you control. Nice. Goblin Biker Grand Entrance. Each effect once. Add 1 Goblin monster from deck to hand, then you can apply the following effect. Detach 1 from a monster on either field, and if you do, special 1 level 4 or lower Goblin monster from your hand. Okay, so basically, according to Goblin Bikers, as we are starting to get some progress somewhere, in order for you to play the game with this deck, you have to rely on an XZ deck in general, if you happen to come across your opponents, just to detach their materials so that your Goblin Bikers will take advantage versus other XZ decks. You can banish this from your graveyard, detach one from a monster on either field, then add one Goblin monster from grave to your hand. Goblin Biker, Doug Charger. I'll just go through this down the line. All Goblin Bikers are multiple attributes. Doug Charger, level 3 warrior, so basically Rhoda target, 1600 attack, no defense. Each effect of Doug Charger once. Upon no more special, add one Goblin Biker spell trap from deck to hand. This is a surefire 3 of because Stratos. And then if this card is in your hand, detach one, and if you do, special it out from your side of the field. So basically, in order for you to play the game, they are all about detach one from an XZ monster on either side of the field just to special themselves out. Okay, we're definitely getting somewhere. And then, let's see. Clatter Sploder. Each effect of Clatter Sploder once. As a level 3 Fire Beast Warrior, 1500 attack, no defense. Searchable all from Fire Formation, tanky too. Let's see, so Doug Charger is on your turn specifically. And then Clatter Sploder during your opponent's main phase, if this card is in your graveyard, as a quick effect, the literal same clause like every other Goblin Biker ever, detach one from anywhere on the field, then free special, but banish it whenever it leaves. In this one, upon no more special, target one Goblin monster in your graveyard that isn't Clatter Sploder, special it out. Goblin Biker, Boom Mock. Level 3 Wind Warrior. Rhoda target, 1300 attack, no defense. Once per chain during the main phase. Okay, so literally the same effect as every other Goblin Biker, but this one is once per chain during the main phase as long as Boom Mock is in your hand or graveyard. Also, you cannot special summon Boom Mock until the end of the next turn. Goblin Biker, Mean Merciless. Level 3 Water Fiend, 1400 attack, no defense. Okay, so according to these Goblin Bikers, the only thing that they share in common is that they have no defense. Reminds me of Gokis when it comes to no defense. Mean Merciless. During your main phase specifically, if this card is in your graveyard, same clause as every other Goblin Biker, and then, upon no more special, you can special one Goblin monster from your hand that isn't Mean Merciless. Onwards to the Goblin XZs. Goblin Biker, Big Gabunga. Rank 3 Light Beast Warrior, XZ, 2100 attack. First chance it gets XZ Shoken, add one Goblin monster from deck to hand. If material is detached from a monster's more than one on the field outside of the damage step, you can target one face-up monster that isn't this card, plus one material. During the end phase, doesn't matter whose end phase it is, +1 material as of 1 goblin monster from your deck to this card. Each effect of Big Gabunga once. Take a look, see at the arts. Card is nice. And then Goblin Biker, Troika, Grier. Okay, turtle-esque artwork with those tiny little mouse on top of the turtle. 2 or more level 3s in general to make it as a rank 3 light warrior, 1700 attack. While 3 or more materials are on this card on the field, well, technically, while 3 or more materials are attached to monsters on the field, goblin monsters you control can direct attack. Once per turn, if a monster's more than one is normal or special, while this card is in the monster zone outside of the damage step, you can target one of those monsters, detach one from either field, and if you do, change the targeted monster's battle position. Once per turn, when an opponent's monster declares an attack, detach one from either field, and if you do, negate the attack. Gross. And last but not least, Goblin's Crazy Beast. Wild on the artwork there. Dark Fiend XZ, rank 6, 2700 attack. 2 or more level 6s to make it. Once per turn, as a quick effect, target one spell trap anywhere on the field. Detach 2 at the same time from either field, and if you do, +1 material. If a monster's more than one you control will be killed by a card effect, detach 1 from this instead. So saving grace in terms of card effects. And then if this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this, then +1 material of a goblin monster from your graveyard to this card. You can only use this effect, whoa, once per duel. Wow, crazy. And then when it comes to Goblin Bikers, that's pretty much all of the Goblin Biker cards covered. So Big Gabunga for starters. Big Gabunga, fire off Imperm. Oh, hold. You can also XZ Shokin Armor Fortress by using one rank 3 or 4 XZ monster you control. Okay, so built-in Downer Magician, but rank 5, of course, and that is a very, very nice royal of XZ Armor Fortress. Armor Fortress, Armor XZ, Full Armored XZ, and I think that Goblin Biker player messed up.